A very good morning to all the students. Today we are going to start the revision of Chapter 2 Basic Concepts of Macroeconomics. The very first topic, as you can see in your books, is the topic of domestic territory or economic territory. We know already that whenever we talk about a domestic territory, it is actually the political frontiers of any country. So, you must have seen the political boundaries. This is whatever comprises of this political boundary, whatever comes in the boundary, political boundary of a country, it is its domestic territory. Now, what does it includes along with whatever comes in this boundary that is included in the domestic territory? Along with this, there are some other things which are also included in the concept of domestic territory. The first point is ships and aircrafts, which are actually owned and operated by the normal residents of the country. So, if a resident of the country is owning that ship or owning that particular aircraft, then they are also included in the domestic territory of India. Now, example is also given. Air India, if it is operating between any two countries of the world, here it is given Russia and Japan, still Air India planes, they are a part of the domestic territory of India. Next point, all the shipping vessels, oil, natural gas rigs and floating platforms which are in the international waters, they are having exclusively, they are operated and owned by the residents of the country, so they will be considered also a part of our own domestic territory. Next point comes embassies, consulates and military establishments of a country. So, Indian embassy we are talking about, Indian consulates we are talking about, and India's military establishments we are talking about, which are there in any part of the world, but they are treated as a part of the domestic territory of India only. Next, what are the things that are excluded from our domestic territory? They are a part of the domestic territory, but they are excluded. In the same way, in the territory of India, political frontier of India, there are so many embassies of the other countries of the world. There can be a Japan embassy in India, in Delhi, specifically in New Delhi area. Then Korean embassy, UK embassy, USA embassy, all are located in India. But these embassies are the part of economic territory of their own countries. They are not treated a part of India. So, these are not included. Next page. International organizations, if they are located anywhere in our boundary, they will not be a part of our country. Like the headquarters are located at some place, then other operational offices of these international organizations are located throughout the world. If any such offices of these international organizations are located in our country, they will not a part of our economic territory. Next comes the topic of normal residents. Who are the normal residents of a country? These are actually individuals or institutions who actually are residing within the country, and their economic interest means they are also earning money and spending money in the same country in which they are residing. Two characteristics are there. So, normal residence includes two important things. First, they are actually living in that country. Second, they are earning and spending in that particular country. Next category, which is not included under the normal residence. If some foreign tourist or visitor comes to visit India for any purpose, for the tourist to see the tourist places, okay, or they have come for some medical treatment, or they have come for education in the country, they are not the normal residents, even though they are at that period of time within the economic territory of India, and they might be residing in India also, but still they are excluded. Next, foreign staff of embassies, officials, diplomats, and members of the armed forces of a foreign country. So these all people, they are also within the domestic territory, but they are not the normal residents. So if we talk about military people, if we talk about government officials of other countries who are working in different offices, who are working in embassies also, they are the residents of their own country. Third point, international organizations. They are actually not normal residents of the country in which they are operating. So, they are the normal residents of international area, because they are working for the organizations like UNO, WHO, which are international organizations. Employees of these organizations, they are residents of a country to which country they belong, means their country is the one in which they are born or they have been living, but now they are only working in these international organizations. An American, for example, it is given working in UNO, okay, UNO office which is located in India, but still he is the normal resident of America and not India. There is a small point given: if they work for more than a year in any international organization, then they become the normal residents of the country in which they are working. There is also a very long procedure for that. Different countries have different commitments to follow so as to give citizenship to the new people. Okay, there are different rules by the different countries, and it is not as easy as you live for 1 year you get the citizenship. It takes time, and you have to also fulfill number of other mandatory requirements as in the legislation of that particular country. Crew members of foreign vessels, commercial travelers, and seasonal workers. So those who are working in who are the members of these they are regarded as the normal residents of their own country. Next, border workers. So, those who are the ones who are crossing the border regularly to work. For example, they cross the border to work in other country. So, these are border workers. But they will be the residents of the country in which they live, not where they work. Now, both things are involved here. We said in the very beginning, two important mandatory requirements are there for a normal resident. He must be living, he must be earning and spending. But if he is living in other country and if he is working in other country, he will be a resident of the country in which he is actually living. Next, citizenship and residentship. What is a citizenship, students? We are all the normal residents of India. We are also have the citizenship of a country in which we are living. So, if we are Indian citizens, we have to be born in India to get the citizenship. It is that simple. If a person born outside India, then how he will become a citizen? He will apply for the citizenship, and according to the different rules and regulations, he can get it. What is a residentship? Residentship is actually the activities which are being economic activity where he is working, where he is earning and spending the money. It is possible that a person is a normal resident of India, but for some time he is working in some other country, and then his economic interest lies in some other country. A Chinese living in India more than 1 year is a normal resident of India. However, he is not a citizenship. He is not a citizen of India, and he does not has a citizenship because he is a citizen of only one country. You cannot be the citizen of both the countries. He has to leave the citizenship of China and then apply for the Indian citizenship. Resident means only the place of residence. Now, concepts of domestic territory and normal residence. Domestic territory, you are aware, everyone. Whatever is in the domestic territory, it helps to estimate the domestic product. What is domestic product? Goods and services produced within the domestic territory. So, this all production of goods and services which are taking place within the political boundary of a country, they are comprising domestic product. Then normal residents, they help to estimate the national product also. Okay, how? With the concept of normal residents, the activities of those people that is performed outside the country. Okay, the residents who are working outside the country, they are also contributing. They are sending money to their country. They are sending factor income, that is earned income, to their country. If we add that earned income to the domestic product, we can get the national product. These two concepts we will do in detail in the next chapter. Next important point is after 2.3, page number 2.4. Factor income and transfer income. I was talking about this now. What is a factor income? Earned income is called a factor income, the money which we earn. What is transfer income? The money which is received without any services performed, any productive services performed by the individual. Okay, I am not doing anything. If I am still getting money, it is a transfer income. I am working in a particular organization, I am getting money, it is a factor income, earned income by me. So, land, labor, capital, enterprise, these are the factor services. With the land, a person get rent, labor get wages, capital get interest, and enterprise gets profit. Transfer income, on the other hand, it is only one-sided concept. It is not a part of the national income. It is a received money within the domestic territory also, or from abroad also. Like the government is giving unemployment allowances to the people under a scheme. So this is, they are not working, they are unemployed, and still money is being given to them. One side transfer income. Old age pensions, if it is given to an individual, it is also a kind of transfer income by the government. If some person who is working abroad sending money to his home, he has earned that income. Alright, so scholarship here given, it is a part of transfer income because it is only one-sided transfer. Transfers, current transfers and capital transfers. Here the difference is given in the two concepts. Current transfers are made from the income, capital transfers made from the wealth. So that is a very important difference. Current transfers are regular in nature. Capital transfers are irregular in nature. Current transfers are consumption and capital transfers are for capital formation. Examples of current transfers: old age pensions, gifts, unemployment allowance, as same as the transfer income. Capital transfers include investment, capital gain tax, war damages. These are all the examples. Now, difference between factor income and transfer income. These two are very important in terms of their difference also. Factor income, it is earned income. It is how it is received by providing factor services in the production process. What is transfer income received? It is received without providing any productive services in return. Factor income is included both in national income and domestic income. Transfer income is not included in the calculation of the concept of national income or domestic income. This is earning concept and this is a receipt concept. Three differences are left. Yes, let me just. It is received by the, who receive the factor income? Factors of production. Who receive the transfer income? Households. And government also. Sometimes government get the aids from other countries. Factor income examples are rent, wages, interest, profit. Very simple. Transfer income examples are scholarship, old age pensions, unemployment allowance. Now I will send another video covering the rest of the topics. Thank you.